So here I have a little setup, a demo. So I've got my Radxa here with a GPS and the OLED screen, and it's connected to the battery pack. Currently wired up so that we can see it on the screen. So I'm recording the screen now. So the GPS currently is not sending, not seeing any satellites because we're inside. It seems to be, and you can see here it's giving out 00. So he's sending a 00. If we look at the receiving, so this is on my laptop. It's receiving 00, and it's showing us where 00 is, wherever that may be, in the middle of the ocean somewhere. So now I'm going to unplug everything. I'm going to take it out into the field and see if I can get a signal. So let's go out to the farm and go and drop it somewhere in the farm and see if we can get a signal out of it. It's a wee bit rainy. So what we should get is he goes green. Currently he's not going green. Excuse me, I've got a cold. So let's go and lay him out. And we'll see if we can get an actual signal with some data. Where should we put it? Let's put it here. Bear with. Sounds more professional. I'd have a. So we're still not getting a signal. Perhaps all the satellites are out today. So here we are, set up. Still not seeing any signal. There's a bit of a noise. Oh, got a signal. Right, so now it's sending a signal. So that's going to run back. There's my office. So run back. I'm going to walk back because I'm too old to run. Let's see what we got on our camp. Hopefully, it's talking, and we'll get on the map where it is. And then that'll be a successful demo. Well, would you look at that? I'll show it on the screen, but there it is on this. And we're getting from our Lora radio a nice response. And that's where I put it. Would you look at that? So just so we can do it again. Oh, actually, I'll just run downstairs. See if I can show you where it is on the map. So he's over there. There he is on the post over there. And Lora radio is doing its thing. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm going to go and start going through the hardware of what I've used to do that. Just zoom in a tail, and I'm filming this upside down, so it could be a complete disaster. So I'm using my little Radxa, which I'll be using the UART on the Pico for the to get the GPS signal. Seems to work fine for that. And I'm using I2 1, I think, or I2 0. No, I2 0 I2C0 for the OLED. Just to show us the display. To make it portable, I'm using a Tech power bank. It's a PD45 power bank, so it can provide the wattage that Radxa needs. Radxa is quite a beast. So the Radxa can be found at RS in the UK. You can see it's a website. It's quite a nice price. So next look at the hardware is the GPS. Right over there. GPS is, again, it's a UART based GPS, so it just produces NMEA packets of data, which allow you to find satellites and various other things. I'm using a little 64 by 128 OLED screen. That's I2C. The Lora radio is this little beast. It's a, have a quick look. Radxa, I think it is. See if I can find the name of it. Oh yeah, Radxa. As you can see, it's about £12 a pop. So you need 2 of those, and they go into a little USB to TTL RS232 converter, which is that little thing out there, about £3. I'll show you that. I got them from Amazon. Highledge. You get 2 pieces for £7. A nice long lead. Let's just go through the various bits and bobs. Just plug it all together. And I used my Lego bits just to hold it all together. But yeah, it's not a very expensive job to do. So next we'll look at the software. So on the software side of it, let me bring that over. On the Radxa, this is what we'll be running. This is running in LabVIEW on Ubuntu. Yeah, look at the block diagram. Again, this is not so this is actually the wrong example. This is the example I'm looking at. Oh, it's still on the Radxa. Okay. Well, we can look at it. It's got some extra bits for the OLED stuff, but essentially it connects via the serial port. You tell it which UART 1 on the CTI works fine for outputting data. It goes into an error state if it isn't flooded with data, but luckily this little thing just pukes out data. And when it sees the string GNGGA, we can then take that data and make longitude and latitude. I cribbed that off of something that Derek wrote. So thanks, Derek, because my brain's not big enough. And then So the OLED screen bit I've already shown, a similar software team to this. Essentially, I'm just taking the 2 numbers, actually, probably rather than a pre-picture one. Let's have a look at the text one. Yeah, text. Boop. So it just takes the text. Again, this is very high level. We will be changing this driver out, and it's my next job. But essentially, I'm just building a picture, then sending it out as data to the I2C. And on the browser side of things, I use the web browser 2, which is downloadable from the iPackage Manager, which is very nice, and I just build a URL which I push into it. So that's an X control, and essentially, if it catches data from the Lora radio, which I'll just show you the code for that in a bit, but if you capture the data, it dissects it. And this Web 2 control is just a nice X control which appears as a string on the block diagram, which is just the URL. So I build an OpenStreetMap URL. We have a quick look at the Lora controller driver. I'm not going to go deeply into it unless people are really interested, but essentially it's just a Visa driver which you read and write. So for example, when you wake it up, you say, "Hello, you okay?" Or "Hello," and you say AT, carriage return line feed, and it responds with an OK. So that's its response string there that I'm expecting. There it sits there and goes, "Here's my response." Then you can set things, but essentially it's all AT commands. So send data, for example, is AT send, and then the data that you want to send. So that's very, very simple. So we set it up, we say, "Hello, is it present?" We set it up, and then we just sit there to receive data, and when we stop, we disconnect. All very straightforward. And